Let's check this fight out, guys. World's final. Fernando Terere versus Nino Schembri. The referee is Vendel Alexander. Terere in white, Nino in blue. Midweight, fight starts. Both athletes with active hands. They engage and Nino pulls the guard, pulls an open guard, and Terere starts passing to the left side, trying to put a knee on the belly, but Nino goes, attach the leg and attempts a knee bar. What could be a knee bar there? Terere lowers his base, gets very low. Nino rolls and Terere goes to a safer position again, passing the open guard from Nino. Now Nino attached the lasso. Terere stands. Terere is studying. Then Terere lowers the posture, controls the head, and tries to pass with a long step on the left side, on Terere's left side. Nino is still controlling this lasso. Terere has wide and low hips, ensuring that he won't get unbalanced, and Nino is trying to move him, try to lift him. The referee is fixing the gears. Nino again tries to lift Terere. Now boom. But both athletes stand up. Nino goes back to his back, and Nino's left leg is still controlling this lasso. Pay attention to this. Now Terere starts passing to the left side. Look how Terere tries to pass the lasso, but what he does, his hips are very low, making sure that, because if Terere passes the lasso high up, Nino would be able to reverse the position. Okay, now referee stands them up and they start over. They haven't made contact yet. Studying each other. Nino is looking, hands low. Terere is on guard. Now they engage. Goes Shigari and drop Seoi attempt. Nino doesn't fall. Now Nino pulls the guard. Nino stands up there, connects and pulls an open guard. And what is a spider guard? Start working his spider lasso. Terere postures. Low hips. Right leg standing. Terere is controlling Nino's right leg. And Nino attaches the lasso again. Terere starts passing to the left side, controlling Nino's right leg. Terere controls over shoulder, tries to do this long step, and Nino rolls to recover the guard and end up more or less in the same position. And that's in the same position. Actually, Nino postures up, sits up. Let's say if Nino tries to get under Terere's legs, but Terere postures up as well and controls Nino's legs, and Terere is going to the left side again, trying to control this over shoulder with his left hand. And on the right hand, Terere has control on Nino's trousers. Nino goes on his knees, doesn't want Terere forcing the pass to the left side, which is very dangerous. And Terere stands up, Nino stands up. Vendel Alexander puts standing up again in the middle of the fighting area. Now Terere is rotating to his right side. Nino is got a grip. As Nino got the grip, Terere tries his Kouchi and goes to Seoinage. drops seu in angle. They end up in a closed guard. Now let's drag these two guys. Over 160 kilograms. Trying to drag them, but okay. I'm not trying it. Let's just, guys, just move to the center of the fighting area and start over. And pay attention to Terere's posture on Nino's close guard. Terere has his base wide, the hips wide, hips, legs apart. Sometimes his toes are even pointing outside. Terere has a style of controlling when he's in the close guard, someone's close guard. He controls the person very well with the hands, and sometimes he posture up and he squats and separates the hips of the other guy. Now Terere is tries to posture, but Nino has this elbow behind the elbow control with his right arm. Nino is controlling Terere's left arm right now and climbing this guard, making sure that Terere doesn't put too much pressure on his hips and open his guard. And as Nino climbs, we can see what could be I saw something going like a triangle, but not really, because Terere has his both arms controlling Nino's body. And Terere is still very low there. Terere kicks back and almost kicked the referee. And Vendo Alexander said, come on guys, no way, I'm not gonna play this game here, stand up. And remember, Vendo Alexander, he is the founder of Nova União, Faixa Coral. This guy knows. Good. Giving instruction to the table. Terere with his epic yellow hair. And okay, there's some conversations there. Guys standing. It appears that the referee is still talking to the table. Yes. Okay, now everything fine. All the points have been properly distributed. Come on, we go back to the fight. We saw the points now. Okay, Terere is moving sideways. Nino is chasing, trying to catch a good grip and then start engaging. They choose not to engage in each other yet. They studying each other. Terere is evading a little bit, circling the training area. Nino kind of say, come on man, engage. But Terere doesn't want to go. Terere is a great strategist. Now, they all go to close guard again. Let's drag this gentleman to the center. Come on guys, come. I know none of the athletes, they want to move, of course, because then you have to restart the whole thing, and then there is this conversation about where the grips were. But they start very quick. Terere is controlling this sleeve with his right arm. Now look at the left leg of Terere is already in the middle of Nino's guard, and Nino attempts to control behind the elbow of Terere's right arm, and Nino goes back to his back. And Terere is passing. Terere is putting pressure on Nino's right leg, goes to half guard. Now Nino tries to push away. Terere is already controlling this left leg with his right arm, and the left arm, Terere's left arm right now is controlling Nino's neck. Nino is flat with Nino's back is flat on the ground, closing this half guard. He can't let it open. Now Terere has his sides control with his leg trapped yet. Now Terere has to free his legs. Nino underhooks Terere's right side. But look at Terere's left hand is controlling the lapel. Nino, let's see what Nino's going to do to recover. Now there's not much movement there, but there are lots of technique involved. Terere is controlling him. Nino is trying to find the space, find somewhere to where he can leverage, and the place he found was Terere's face, pushes Terere's face a little bit away and tries his underhook. Now Nino tries to move. The referee said, "Come on, guys, we are not going to play these games." Nino protests a little bit. The guy's standing up. "We want to see action, guys. We want to see action." Terere says, "Come on, man." Of course, Terere was passing this guard. Of course. But now the guys are standing again. Nino has to chase. And let's see what Nino is going to do. Guys go back. Now the fight gets a little bit accelerated. Let's see who's gonna get the first grip. Nino tries to left hand. Now Nino goes. This coach guard is very dangerous. Be careful. Safada. They start over in the center of the mat, the fighting area. Now Terere is buying himself time. Terere moves his hands, but he's just circling, not really wanting to engage. He lets Nino engage first. Now trying this foot sweep attempts. Both guys are connected right now. He's standing up, and Nino breaks this right grip. Guys still standing up. Terere chooses to control the trousers and then go back to the gi, and the guys are still standing up. Now, of course, as I said, Terere was buying time. He knew that he was ahead, so Nino has to chase it. Guys, although this fight, they say, but no submissions and it wasn't very clear, the guys standing up, but there are lots of things there. There are lots of things that we can pay attention to. The finals. Okay. Let's check. Okay, look. Let's see if we find something very interesting for us to. Let's go to the beginning. This Kochi and drop COA attempt. Let's go to the beginning of this fight again. As Nino sits, Nino starts to connect what could be a lasso. Here. Terere passes to the left side. Attempts a neon belly. Unfortunately, we can't see the detail, the full detail here. But then, what Nino does, you see Terere's right leg here. Nino is on his back. Nino is controlling Terere's right sleeve, which he uses to not let Terere progress, blocking Terere's body with his Nino's left leg. Then what Nino does, he underhooks. Nino underhooks Terere inner leg, which is the right leg, and then wraps Terere's leg with his own right leg. So what happened here? Look, as he wraps the leg, He puts both feet on the hips. Now Terere has to untangle these legs. Nino is controlling. See who is controlling. Yeah, Nino is controlling Terere's sleeve, of course. Otherwise, Terere will be able to break this grip and let the grip go and step back. And this way, it's hard for Terere to move, to step back. Okay, his Terere's right foot and arm are trapped. If Nino can get this leg here, his outer leg, which is left leg, under Terere body, in between Terere's leg, he would be able to get himself in an angle that would enable him to threaten, at least threaten or attack a knee bar. But as you can see, at no moment, Terere lets this leg here, look, free. At no moment, Terere lets this leg go to the back, to his back. See? Look, until Terere can drop his body, he's still controlling this foot that he's controlling. And let's appreciate this exchange as well. Look, now the guys, they are in lasso, spider lasso. There's a lasso here on the left side that Nino is doing. Look, this detail, I was talking to the guys this week. We're doing open guard. I'm talking a little bit about lasso, how to untangle the lasso. And your hand, remember, your hand has to be outside, because the guy is pulling the hand inside, so we have to try to have the hand outside. Terere is studying the position, and Terere just decides to drop his posture when, let me see where Terere's left hand is. Here. Yeah. As far as I can see, Terere's left hand is controlling Nino's right leg, okay? The inner leg, let's say, outer leg, the leg towards me. The nearer and the further leg is the right leg, if I can be clear. When Nino stretches, I'm not sure if Nino fully stretches, tries to stretch the leg, and Terere follows, fully stretching the leg, or I don't know. I don't know who initiated the movement here. It's not clear to me. But Nino's right leg is stretched. Now, here, I believe that Nino decides to go. This is what I believe, to get himself under. And now Terere, he decides to, now he drops his posture. But he drops his posture. He's still being controlled by a lasso. Okay? Look how low the hips are. And the legs apart. Now look at this hand here, Terere's left hand. Controls over the shoulder, over the trapezium, over Nino's right shoulder, right trapezium. Grabs in the back, and then what they called it a long step. Long step. It wasn't a step, but this side pass. This is Terere. Now, and you see this all the back step, long step. Terere was doing this in the 2000s. Something that you have to be very careful when passing a lasso is when you go to side control. is if you are trapped, your arm is trapped by a lasso and you go to side control. Depends on how your body and the opposition, the other person's body are. If the person doing the lasso has an angle to leverage you, they will sweep you, reverse the position to the side that the lasso is. And it happens when, let's imagine that the relationship between both bodies are in a 90 degrees angle. So imagine if Terere were on the side here in a 90 degrees relationship with Nino's body. If he were there and Nino had the lasso and Terere had a higher posture, not necessarily as high as that, but the hips elevate or even slightly elevated, Nino would be able to reverse the position or even to attack, to have other attacks as an omoplata that he's very good at omoplatas. But what happened here is that Terere's strategy is, as soon as he lowers his hips, as soon as the further leg from me, Nino's right leg, gets in between under Terere's legs, Terere lowers his posture, controls over the shoulder, and now he's going to safely move to get himself at a 90 degree angle in relationship to Nino. Now the ideal posture for Nino when Terere is at 90 degrees in relationship to his body is to be on his back, because then he can start inverting, he can leverage his position and he can go either sweep or do an inversion, go to an omoplata, whatever. But as Terere is so low and already controlling the overhead is very important. This movement here is important. Stretching, go passing, stretching, and going low. It's important because Terere stretches himself very, very wide, even if his right hand is trapped, allowing him to pass the legs. See? Of course, we are talking about Nino Schembri. Okay, so what happened here? Look, Nino is not someone that anyone would pass this guard with easy, because they go back to the same situation. Now let's keep going. Let's keep watching a little bit more. Now Nino tries to move Terere. Terere is quite heavy now to move to the side. Tries to sweep, and Terere has a great base. And the guys end up in the same position. Now another thing that's important here, looking at Terere's base, because I mean, Fernando Terere has such a great base. He distributes the weight so well, and in this frame here you can have an idea about how he does so. Look at the shape of his spine. Straight. The spine is straight, chest out, and look at the forehead. See? All the way up to the glutes here. And now look the right leg, look at the left leg. They are apart, so to do this you have to have a good degree of hip flexibility. And look at the toes. Okay. He externally rotates the legs. He points his toes outside, and separates the legs on his knees. Pointing his hips, all the part of his hips and glutes here, not forward, towards, in this moment at least, not forwards towards Nino, but always stepping back. And you are going to see this, not only he gets very low, but also even when he's posturing inside the guard, close guard, or when he's passing a half guard. He's always maintaining a good distance with his hips in relation to the other person, to the opposition. Let's call it this way. Look at this. Now starts passing. Here we can see that he managed to go to the side, but not completing the pass. Heads, shoulder low, triangle position of his body, putting lots of pressure, forward pressure, from his shoulder towards Nino. And the angle of his legs, look at the angle of his legs. They're at least 45 degrees. And Terere is on his toes. Okay? He's on his toes here. The heels are elevated. And as he passes this way, he is always creating a forwarding pressure with his legs and hips, and it converts in a downward pressure over the guy on ball. Let's keep going. Okay, here the long step, passing again. Look. Guys, stand up here. Let's just here. Let's go back here. It's a beautiful exit. Boom, almost. Let's watch it again. This is a signature move from Terere. This is a signature move from Terere. Okay, look at this coach. That's it. And he follows with a drop sail. But of course, it's the highest level. The guys don't fall that far, not easy. They are able to stand back and posture and counter. Look, pay attention to this posture here now. Here. What I was talking about. Let me see if I can find the frame. Posture, guys. Posture. Look, posture. When I say posture, look at this. Look at this. Right knee getting between Nino's leg. Nino is controlling the right sleeve. And hips back. And now the posture goes all the way back there. Not forward. Here. So, very heavy here. Okay. I think that went through most things I wanted to talk about, and it's nice to watch these classics. Okay, if you have the channel here, if you want to check. Cheers.